Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Matt Bernier, the DRF Bets race of the day for Friday, January the 19th, race number 8 at Aqueduct, the rescheduled Verdad Stakes. If you're playing at home, please consider DRF Bets, a $200 free bet for new DRF signups. No deposit required when you go to drf.com/join and use the promo code FREEBET09. Let's take a look at this field of New York-bred filly and mare sprinters, attempting 7 furlongs for $100,000. When you go to the Race of the Day event page on drf.com, you can download free formulator past performances of this race. Please do so and handicap along with us as we take the field in post position order. Matt, the number 1 Palladian Bridge, 15-1 on the morning line. Not bad for a mare that's won her last 3 races over fast dirt.
Could be controlling speed, and there's a scenario anyway, I believe. Breaking from the inside, Manny Frank goes up. That most recent run had no real knocks against it other than the fact that I think it was against much weaker company, and now she's going to have to prove that not only is she fast enough, but can she handle some better company.
Number 2 is Kazan, the 7-5 morning line favorite, and deservedly so. Kazan has banked almost $700,000 in her career, and kind of if there was a knock on Kazan, it was, her lead changes are a bit awkward, her mechanics are not pristine. Last time out, though, in the Garland of Roses, and maybe it was a wet track that she really likes, she did everything professionally and perfectly, and lo and behold, she won one of those narrow decisions that sometimes elude her.
And you know what? I think it does come down to professionalism. She did what she was supposed to do last time, and that's ultimately what got her over the hump. You look at it from just her overall body of work. She's strictly the horse to beat in here. No surprise, she's on the 7-5 on the morning line. She could also work out an ideal trip in here, where if you think the one goes, this horse, she has the ability to sit. I know she came from a little bit farther off last time out. She can be much more forward into the running here. I think she works out the perfect trip in here, and she is strictly the horse to beat.
What kind of trip do you foresee for the number 3, absolutely, arguably, Kazan's main competition, or at least from a recency standpoint? 2 starts back, absolutely came from last. She got a great situation, just sitting by herself, shooting up on the inside, and beating Kazan by a half length. Last time out, in a race without much speed, she was forwardly placed, and she didn't seem to have that same pop in the lane. Do you think Rafael Hernandez takes her off?
Yeah, I think so. Charlie Baker wasn't pleased after seeing how that race was run most recently in the Garland of Roses, because they want her coming from a little bit off of it. Even with the soft fractions that she set on the front end, that's just really not her game. I think she's going to go back and revert to those kind of fractions, those tactics, sit a little bit farther off, and hope that it's good enough. I kind of feel the way that you do, though. We go back to that Iroquois. You want to talk about stars aligning? That was the day to have her. She ran a big race. She's a nice horse. She's talented. She'll come with a run. I don't love her here.
I believe the horse with the best long-term potential in this field is the number 4, Holiday Disguise. She has only raced 4 times. She has won her last 3. Last time out, an 85 Beyer speed figure, and you could certainly make the argument she builds on that race. She is a major player in this spot. You're going to have to deal with a lengthy layoff, and her participation still questionable. Linda Rice's barn's been under quarantine with some sick animals.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the big concern at this point. It sounds like if the one horse in question, as far as the equine herpes virus situation, comes through and tests clean, then this horse should be allowed to run Holiday Disguise. That's still not a guarantee at this point on Wednesday when we tape this, but I agree with you. If she gets in, the layoff's certainly a bit of a concern, but you've got to take note, the trainer, Linda Rice, the owner, Lady Sheila Stable, they were the same connections that you had with La Verdad, and obviously this is the La Verdad. I would imagine they'd like to win this race.
Do you feel there is enough pace for Holiday Disguise in this race, considering that she's probably, considering the owner and trainer situation, lined up and ready to go? We look at the Timeform US pace projector, and we're not expecting a big pace. 5-1-2 out there on the lead. Holiday Disguise is going to have to overcome everybody from the back of the pack.
Yeah, that's my biggest concern in here. The layoff, obviously, but Linda does very well with horses off of a long layoff. This whole new thing with the quarantine, certainly a little bit more of another added wrinkle. I'm concerned that, does the pace materialize, especially now? Keep in mind, this race was supposed to be run last week, and or 2 weeks ago, because of the miserable weather we've had here, it didn't get to go. Now you shuffle some of the post positions, and I wonder now even more so. Down on the inside, you've got the speed, and then you've got Kazan sitting just off. I wonder if, sure, they're going to go, but are they going to go fast enough to help a horse like this?
Wonderment, the number 5, has a slight lead. That blue bar from Timeform US indicates that they feel this race will favor horses on or near the early lead, so an advantage for Wonderment, 12-1 on the morning line. Although last time out in the New York Stallion Series, I really couldn't find much excuse.
No, I just kind of look at her and say, you know what, she has not gotten any better from her 2-year-old campaign, an early 3-year-old. She's a fine horse. She'll show up. You see, obviously, she likes to cash checks 10 times in the in the money out of 19 starts, I don't think she's good enough.
She's already another one that you could make the argument hasn't gotten much better as she's matured. In her second lifetime start as a 2-year-old, she earned a 78 Beyer speed figure. 22 starts later, her career best Beyer is hovering at 80. Her last race, she earned a 61 Beyer against open foes. She's got to improve.
Yeah, simply put, she's not fast enough to win this race. You're going to need so many other things to happen for her to have a chance to win.
Be noteworthy, the number 7 won the New York Stallion Series last time out. That race has not exactly come back strong just yet, but you do have to notice the upward Beyer progression. She likes the Aqueduct main track, and from this outside post position, maybe Kendrick Carmouche can get her just a little bit closer to the pace. She doesn't have to come from 100 out of it.
I suppose if you think that Kazan obviously is the horse to beat, and you think that Holiday Disguise, maybe there's plenty of uptick and sort of potential, you know they're going to be the ones to take the money. Maybe this is the horse that it's going to slip through cracks a little bit simply because maybe the class test, we don't know if she's quite this good. But I'll tell you what, she looked really good winning that race last time. I know she shot up the wood and everything worked out, but she won like a good thing. I wouldn't be surprised if she takes a big step forward. The question is it going to be enough to win?
Let's take a look at our top selections for the DRF Bets Friday race of the day. You're going with Holiday Disguise, 5-2 on the morning line. What price would you take considering the layoff, considering the questionable pace situation?
Probably more than that. I'd probably need 3-1, 7-2. I don't think I get it because I do think that these two, Kazan and Holiday Disguise, I think they're going to take a ton of money in here. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them is even and the other one is just nipping at her heels. If I had to make a bet, maybe it is the outside horse. Maybe it is Be Noteworthy.
You're going to go 4, 2, 3, and 7, but keep an eye on Be Noteworthy to see if she drifts in the wagering. Kazan's last race kind of won me over. I'm hoping it wasn't just that she likes a wet track. She'll change leads more fluidly on a wet track, but that race won me over. She's not really the kind of price where I want to bet her, but I do want to lean on her in multiple race wagers. 2, 4, 3, 7 for me in the $100,000 La Verdad Stakes. If you are playing the Friday Aqueduct card from home, please sign up to DRF Bets. $200 free bet, no deposit required. DRF.com/join, promo code free bet 09. Approximate post time for the 8th at the Big A on Friday is 3:50 Eastern. Good luck.